Digital 410 Productions proudly presents the Waterman and D-Train Show.
Digitized live in Yak Computer Studio in Cape Coral, Florida. It's the Waterman and D-Train Show. Here we are live once again. It's a Saturday night, and this time it's my fault, ladies and gentlemen, why we're going a night early, but we will get into that shortly. Thank you guys for joining us again, like you do every week. And I hope everything is going well for everybody. I'm doing a lot of things here, but that's always the case in point. Dave, my friend, how are you doing?
All right, brother. Man, I'm doing good, dude. It's Saturday night, bro. Party time, son.
And as always, joining us live from Las Vegas via, this time we're going Skype this weekend. Gordon Abernathy. Gordon, how you doing?
Doing well, gentlemen. Doing well.
There he
is.
So, first and foremost, let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Dave, you were dressed up like Angus Young from
bro.
AC/DC. What's going on with that?
Dude, bro, I'm going out
Dave,
tonight, man.
Oh, yeah? What do you got going on?
Well, I'm going to kind of keep it a little, until it all plays out, man. But I'm going to go out to a house party later. And
the pajama jammy jam?
Yeah, dude, and get down, man. A little kegger going on.
Kegger?
Yeah,
you
bro.
hang out like high school kids? Who has keggers at the age of 40?
Dude, people still have keggers at 40, man.
They have parties.
You sure about that?
They have dinner parties. They don't have keggers.
Well, in my world, it's a kegger, bro. So I'm going to a kegger down in the hood here a little later, and gonna hang out with the homies, man.
Is this a BYOB kegger? Because if that's the case,
No.
you're not gonna be able to provide any.
No, it's a $2 all you can drink, man.
Wow, someone's making
Yeah.
some. Where are you gonna get $2 at? Do you need
Already
a loan?
got it, bro. No, already got it, bro. No, I don't need a loan. I already got the cash. I've already prepaid. I'm set. I just got to show up. Dude.
How long did it take you to
come up with $2?
Save up for $2?
That took. Well, today, man. Well, let's see. It started.
Well, it's the 20th. You should have just got paid 7 days ago. Actually, no, it's the 25th. You should have got paid 2 days ago.
Well, no, we get paid on the. We got paid a day early, the 19th.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
So, but that burned up real fast, man.
Oh, it always does.
You know that goes real fast. But no, man, I just gathered up a couple bucks and change, man. Some quarters, dimes, nickels, man.
Dimes, quarter. I always forget to get that.
Dimes,
and quarters, nickel, penny.
Handed it to the old.
So you had to go to the coin star to get $2 to go to a beer bash?
No. I just handed the guy change, man, and he happily took it.
So you prepaid for your beer bash?
You damn right, man.
Because you're afraid you're going to blow your $2 between the time that you scrounged it up and the time
I would
walk to this guy's house?
I would blow that $2 easy. I'd either get a tall boy for, starter, right? Mm-hmm. And I actually
He's an asshole, sir.
He's damn right. And I thought about it on my way over because I actually still got like about $3 left.
Ooh.
And I thought
living
to myself,
high on the hog.
Well, I thought to myself, I said, should I get a beer before the show, man? And just kind of have one during the show, just kind of pre-warm, a little pre-game warm-up. And I said, nah, you know what? I'm going to go over there just totally, fresh, stoked after doing the show and just get my groove on, man, and just party it up, man. It's going to be pretty cool, man. There's a bunch of school people going to be there, man. And
school people?
Yeah.
So you are hanging out with high school kids.
What's the demographics?
Huh? Like 20 to probably 60, man, in that range, man. It's just a hodgepodge of people. So it's in the hood, man. It's gonna be all good. So when you're in the hood, man, you get all kinds of people just strolling down the block, man. You invite them in. Hey, you want a cold beer? So yeah, we're gonna have a good time tonight, man. I'm freaking stoked. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get down, dude.
It's been a while since you've been shit-faced.
I know. I haven't been like totally loaded on any substances in months, man, because I've had to man up.
Act your age a little bit?
Yeah, man up for the family, man, and help take care of things. Get
so
stuff
tonight
done.
You're going to let your hair down?
You're damn right, bro. So I figured why not break out the Angus look, go strolling in there looking all ridiculous, like I do, man, and just have a good time.
For the record, ladies and gentlemen, our friend Dave is going to a kegger tonight. He's wearing his best of clothes, but he's still wearing a piece of shit hat he got at the dollar store instead of wearing his official Waterman and D-Train hat that I got him that's still fresh and clean.
Bro, no, it's not, man. You know what happened?
Oh, no.
I should have known better. About 3 years ago, I got this guy a nice, tall-crowned wool Vans hat, right? got for him for Christmas.
You know what happened?
And he put that sumbitch in the washing machine.
No, that chick did that.
Flattened it out.
The girl.
For those of you who don't know, if for some reason you feel the need to wash your baseball cap, just put it in the dishwasher with no dishes.
Yeah, don't let your chicks wash
your
hats.
Or if you have
man.
one of these new highfalutin agitator-free washing machines, you can toss it in there without any other clothing. You just don't want it to get crushed. And even that might be a bit too much. It may tumble around a little too much.
Yeah. It like sinks them in up here. That part starts caving in, man. That front part right there.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the nice, crisp, tall crowns on my hat.
Hell yeah. Oh, this one got ruined, man. You know why? I hand washed this one, and I thought, yeah, dude. I stepped up and I actually bought it from
Dollar General.
No, man, no. I've bought in plenty of those hats, man. They only last a week, but they're only like $1, $2, man. You know, and they just stupid whiskey labels or whatever. But this one I got at, darn it, man, it wasn't Dollar General. It was
Dollar Tree.
Yeah, it was one of those other. Yeah, like
Family Dollar.
Yeah, there it is, the Family Dollar, the one with the orange and orangey looking logos.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I went and got that one there, and yeah, it didn't hold up, but for a week or two. But my Waterman and D-Train show hat, I got bleach on it, bro, on the bill.
You're a fucking idiot,
bro. I was working.
Bleach on.
I was working, man, and I wore it. I wore it to.
Well, wear it anyhow. It still looks better than a piece of shit you got on your head now.
Yeah, I'll probably switch it up because you know what I was thinking, man, as I was trying it on, and you know what? It actually accents the blue of the shirt and everything, so the logo pops, man, and my eyes pop, and the shirt pops. So yeah, that's what I need to do. Is I'm gonna stop back by the house on the way over to the kegger, man, and pick up the Waterman D-Train show. At least I got a rep.
44 years old, and he's excited about going to a kegger.
Yeah, bro. Dude, man, because I know it's going to get wide open. I know these people, man. It's going to be an out-of-control night. It'll probably be daybreak before I even begin to get to sleep. And I've been looking forward to that for a while, man. Really have.
Well,
I really have.
While we are on the topic of keggers, a lot of our audience tonight from the Grove City area will not be online tonight because it is the official weekend for the Grove City alumni. Have you ever made it back to that, Gordon?
I've been around for it. I haven't been to the games. I'm a horrible alumni.
I'm not talking about the softball, but the actual weekend.
Yeah, I've never gone.
Grove City, the town we grew up in, they have an alumni softball tournament the last weekend of July every year. And it's actually, I forget what year, but one of the years it actually got into the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest softball tournament. And as you can imagine, every year a new class graduates, and so a new softball team gets added. But every year another softball team gets too damn old. You know, obviously the 80-year-olds aren't out there playing.
Yeah.
But so last July, every year of this time, people from all over the country fly back home, except for apparently Gordon and I for the alumni weekend.
You guys are missing, man.
Which, you know, to be honest with you, that kind of dampers the excitement behind a standard 10, 20-year-old high school graduation.
Yeah.
Because most people looking, hey, I can't wait to go to my 10-year graduation, or I don't want to go, or my 20.
But
when you have a town that has an alumni weekend every weekend, most of the people are like, well, I saw some bitch last July. You know,
what's the point?
Why organize and pay for a big room to have a class of 97? Because, you know, we all got drunk together last year and the year before that and the year before that. So it does affect people's desires to have your traditional class reunion. But the last one I went to is when I lived in California. So, God, it's been years.
So you went from California out to Grove City?
No, I grew up in Grove City.
But I mean, okay.
I moved to California.
That's what I'm saying.
And
but
then
you
I
went
flew
back
home for
the alumni
for that weekend. Yeah, that's the only one I ever really went to, and that was 01, 02. So that was a long fucking time ago.
Did they party, man? Everybody drinking and playing softball?
Yeah, it's at the
game?
point where
barbecuing.
They have their main thoroughfares, Stringtown Road.
Yeah.
And it's gotten a little wider, but kind of think of it like our Del Prado.
Okay.
What they do, because there's bars on both sides, is Budweiser or the beer sponsor of the year will provide a flatbed truck.
Oh, nice.
To drive people up and down, back and forth to all the different bars, so they're not trying to cross the 4-lane road, because some people go to the... Basically, here, I know this is regional, but like if Rackham's and then...
Okay.
If Rackham's was on one side of Del Prado or 41, and then one of the other clubs down there that everybody goes to,
Diamonds or whatever.
Yeah, instead of everybody walking across, you know,
deck.
You want to hang out 15 minutes in one place for a half hour, and then go to the other place, see what's going on, and back and forth. And so they realize, hey, let's keep everybody out of the street. Let's just get a big flatbed hay truck. And
Nice.
just do like a hay ride.
Oh, hayride, drunken hayride.
I don't know if I can say this. I don't know if I will get sued for this, but
Let it out, man. Who cares?
I will just go for it. The year I was at the alumni games.
Yeah.
I will censor this a little bit because there is a little hearsay, and I don't want to get sued.
All right.
But I was at the time, the place was called the Derby. I was in Cape Coral. And this is back in 2002, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 2003. I had been gone a while. And we get to the Derby, and I'm talking to Brad, who's been on the show a few times, my lead singer. And I see a girl I went to high school with.
Right.
And she's talking to this big, fat dude with bleached out hair.
Right.
And I'm having back and say, Brad, who is that Smash Mouth looking one motherfucker? Why is he? He's like, that is the lead singer of Smash Mouth.
No.
Somebody at the bar won a radio contest, won a date with Smash Mouth or whatever.
Get out of here.
And that poor son of a bitch got drug out to the Grove City. See, I always say Cape Coral and Grove City because the towns are so damn similar. He got dragged out to the Grove City alumni games.
Right.
But here's where the suing part might come in.
All right.
The girl he was talking to was not the girl that won the competition. The girl he was talking to at the time was going to OSU for journalism.
Oh.
And so she's got a finals coming up, and here's a big rock star at the time at our local alumni tournament. Who better to interview for my journalism class?
Very true. That's a good.
And so they go outside, and they're sitting out on the patio where they're cooking hot dogs. And this is back in the day where they still had the analog tapes.
Oh, yeah.
So she's got her little Cub Reporter analog tape recorder.
Little
she's
microphone set out. Yep.
According to legend, according to what she actually told me when I wrote this up on my website back in the day, he willingly sat there for like 15, 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Did a full interview with her. And then allegedly, so I don't get sued.
Yeah, be careful.
At the end of the interview, he reached over, allegedly took the tape deck, removed the tape, walked over, and threw it into the hot dog grill onto the barbecue on the.
What the hell would he do that for? He just didn't like the interview.
No, apparently, let's just say he was on the need of something that he couldn't find, and he got angry. And it has nothing to do with ladies. That's the hearsay. I don't want to get sued, but
I know
this
that
was
feeling.
20 years ago. But
I know
apparently,
that feeling.
he got her hopes up, sat down. She basically had her interview. But I told her, I'm like, that story's better than anything he could have said during the interview.
Oh, absolutely.
But he was such an asshole that after he got her hopes up, sat down for the interview, he took the tape. And by the way, this makes you a bigger dick when you throw it into the barbecue grill that's cooking all of our hot dogs,
man,
and having all the toxic fumes from the tape. That's even a bigger dick move.
Oh, that is a pretty bad move,
insane
man.
move.
That is a dick.
That was my
move.
only one time I ever had any sort of interaction with the lead singer of the now defunct band
no.
One Hit Wonder Smash Mouth. Which, by the way, your second biggest hit you got off was a cover tune by a band called War, who was essentially a jam band.
Hey, War. Oh, man. Should we get out the phone number, man?
Get out. See if anybody wants to give us a call.
All right. Hey, you guys can get in touch with us at area code 239-256-5943. Be sure to give us a call anytime, 24 hours a day, 239-256-5943.
But more importantly, for you guys watching right now, give us a call right now, and we'll pot you up, and we'll see if we can bring you in.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to email us, you can email us at d-410.com, so be sure to send over those emails, and if you guys want to hear any of these special content, give a shout out, whatever it may be, d-410.com.
Speaking of special content, the reason we are going tonight instead of tomorrow is we are consistently inconsistent, which our fans love, I'm sure.
Oh, of course they do.
But more importantly, as we spoke about last week on this secret project that Dave almost let out of the bag on the Stan and Haney show.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Bro, I don't even want to get into it, man. I got tricked, but let's just.
I was listening to it, and then Gordon, and after I heard Stan, I was like, and Gordon told, well, it looks like you told Stan.
No, he tricked me, but we'll talk about that.
But anyhow, it's not a big deal per se.
I think it is.
It's more.
It's a big deal, man. You got to be cool about it.
It falls on the list of the coolest shit I've been able to do.
Hell yeah, it does.
So
I'm stoked for
financially, it's not a big deal. Career-wise, as the way it stands right now, it's not a big deal. It could turn into something cool.
Historically, it's a big deal.
Historically, it's cool. The project it's attached to, and if the miniseries gets a cult following, like a Band of Brothers or Pacific, then I can at least say, hey, I was in a scene in that show. So that'll be cool. But anyhow, if you missed last week's episode, I somehow got casted as an extra in a miniseries that's being recorded right now. Actually, it's being recorded Monday. And so Thursday, I had to go up to Universal Studios
Wardrobe.
for wardrobe fitting.
Yeah.
Now, I have been to Universal Studios many a time. I've been up there professionally. I did a horrible broadcast, my first remote broadcast ever, long before I ever did a single broadcast from a
Get
car
outta it.
lot.
So before you ever did an actual remote,
I
they
had never
sent you
done a
up there?
remote. And the radio station had a contract where whenever they give away tickets, they have to
Yeah.
send. And the two people that kept rotating with it had already been up there like 4 times
And they
last
didn't
year.
wanna go.
And they were both burnt.
Yeah.
And so they sent me.
Oh, wow.
So I've never done a single remote except for talking into a microphone with my old program director at the Buddha when bands are playing. Hey, come on down and get your free T-shirt.
Exactly.
I have never done a 4-hour shift.
4-hour air shift.
Never had to promote anything at length on the air, and I'm sent up to Universal Studios to promote their
That's nerve-wracking.
their Mardi Gras weekend. I think Weezer was playing.
Oh.
Cool thing is I got free, got in for free. But anyhow,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I've worked up there
Nice
before,
studios, too.
and I've been there a few times for fun. And you always just assume that those big buildings are the indoor rides or concessions or whatever. Universal Studios, some of them are actually in use sound stages.
Yeah.
And so anyhow, I had to go up there. I had to wait at the exit. One of the people from the casting company that I am now a member of came and got me and 2 other cats. We walked through, and then we went to one of my favorite rides, which is the Rip Roarin' Rocket Roller Coaster at Universal Studios. That's the one where they have like a little interface in between your legs, and you can choose a song. Like you want to play "Kickstart My Heart" by Motley Crue.
Right.
It plays in the headrest as you're zipping around, and then
That's cool.
some of them have cameras that actually record a video, and you can buy.
Oh, really?
But we went there and went behind it, got in a car, drove us to the other side of the lot, got out, did wardrobe, and they gave me the wardrobe, and I put it on, and they saw how stellar I looked in a military uniform, because, that's something that I do quite often.
Damn right.
And they decided they were going to give me a better rank, so I got a field promotion.
Sweet.
Did all that, then they piled us in the car. We drove back to the Rip Roarin', but we went in the building right behind it, which is actually where the green rooms are. There's actually a sound stage where the building backdrops, and went in to get the haircut. Mm-hmm. Now, the 2 other guys that was with me, they were getting their hair all neat.
Yeah.
Guy looks at me, he's like, snip, snip, snip. You're done. Because I already have.
So
my haircut's pretty much right there.
In mode, man, in gear.
And so anyhow, came back and just got my directions today. My
set schedule and all that.
Set schedule, my time. I got to be on set
call
at 6. My call time is 6:18 Monday morning.
Wow.
And so luckily I was able to go onto one of those travel websites and get me an unbooked room for super cheap. So cheap that my dad told me I need to bring a body condom, but I said, nay. I looked at the reviews. I think it had like 5,000 reviews. I had 4.5 out of 5 stars. So it's not like it's a murder dump,
Yeah. How far away from the Universal?
It's in Kissimmee.
Oh, okay. So you're there.
And I'm not shooting at Universal. I'm shooting somewhere in Orlando.
That's right. I remember you were saying
it's
that.
It's all going to work out well. But anyhow, that's why we're recording tonight. Even after we record, I think I'm going to save all the information until the show comes out.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I think it'd be better off to
promote
it and let the name, unmask the label of the project when the actual show's on the air. Because otherwise, people are just going to forget about it and then, that's the one thing. And
exactly.
So I'm going to. This is probably maybe I might talk about a little bit next week, depending on what happens on Monday.
Yeah.
Who knows? I might get there and might find out, hey, the guy we booked to say this line sucks. Can you say this line? Who knows? I may
you might switch roles. So, you never know.
You never know. If something cool like that happens, obviously I'll talk about it. But as far as details on the project, what it is, who's involved, because the showrunner and executive producer is a huge name. Mm-hmm. But anyhow, that's that. But that is why
that is cool.
We are shooting tonight.
I am stoked for you, man.
Bill, I hope you're still watching because I'm about to plug your podcast.
Yeah,
once again.
Bill, what's up, dude?
Sadly, Gordon won't be able to hear this, but he knows what it is. This comes out of This comes in the new category, and we need a bumper for this called Just Good Science.
Damn right.
And so I was listening to the Unsupervised podcast yesterday.
Yeah.
2 days ago. And they were doing a little quiz.
Yeah.
3 guys in a room doing a quiz about penises.
Oh.
When this came up.
Okay, which of these are closest correlated with penis size? Meaning which help determine the size of a penis? Is it height, middle finger length, shoe size, or shoulder width?
Middle finger.
For correlation, I think I'm going to go with middle finger.
Middle finger.
Middle finger.
I have very small hands.
I'm going to go with shoulder width because I haven't heard that one before. And the correct answer is Drum roll, please. Height.
Ah.
No points for anybody.
So that doesn't make sense. So if you're a tall guy like D-Train, he would have a big donger?
It's just good science.
Well, I
It's a
could.
possibility.
It's a
I
possibility.
cannot confirm.
Yes, Mick, it's just good science.
All right, man. Tall guy like D-Train got a big donger.
Hey, I mean, when you're listening to
Yeah,
someone else's
that's funny.
podcast
Yeah,
and they're
man.
talking about
You got a
huge
big-
cocks and your
dude,
name
that's a
comes up,
big- that's
you kind of just got to roll with it.
Damn, man, they gave you a big old damn kiss
Yeah.
shout out right there, bro.
Yeah, well, to be fair to them, it was within context because Bill was talking previously about how he ran into me at Publix the other day because we were at the
Right.
same grocery store. And so it's not like, hopefully, Mick just wasn't thinking about me in that context, but it was
Right.
kind of a reference to a previous conversation about them seeing
Yeah.
me at the store. But,
Wow.
you know, hey,
That's cool.
if you want to think of me that way, by all means, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's
But
just good science.
That is. You know what, man? Speaking of nudity, dude, I got a new job.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to go with it, man, because that's a great segue talking about what they were talking about over there on Supervised, man, your height and donger. Dude, I'm going to be a nude model at an old folks home, dude. I answered this ad, man. I get $100, bro, to spread eagle for like an hour.
Oh fuck, dude! Seriously?
Yeah, bro. Seriously, man. It's so rad. And they said, you know, if you're guaranteed to show up and be able to maintain for an hour, we got more work. And I said, man, that's great. I love it.
Maintain a pose or maintain an erection?
Well, I don't know what they're really looking for. I mean, I don't know. You know, I'd have to probably take some of those, you know, boner pills, man, to maintain
from what
an
I
hour-long
understand about
erection.
nude posing and art classes, they're not
Yeah.
looking for that particular. They're just looking to draw the human form.
Yeah, well, that's what I was told. So, yeah, I said, look, I have no problem doing it. You know, I'm not shy about anything myself, period. So why not? And if you're paying $100, dude, I'm all in. I'm all in, bro. I mean, what do you think about that, man? Would you do it for $100? I mean, come on. What about you, Gord?
No,
When I was 18,
Oh, come on.
and I was living,
I'm not hard up. For fuck,
It's,
dude.
dude, it's just, you know what? But at least you can say you've done it, man. But
When
yeah,
I-
dude, I knew
when I was
model once.
18 and I was hungry for money, yeah, I'd possibly do it. But right now, I'm not.
You wouldn't do it for a laugh, dude, because I'm just laughing the whole time thinking about it, going, this is gonna be
Well,
hilarious.
clearly, if you talk to Mick, if I go in there and drop my,
Oh yeah,
there's no
dude,
laughs
yeah.
to be had.
Ah, dun dun. Dude.
You may hear something more like,
Superior galactic grandma after eating a block of cheese, smoking 3 packs of cigarettes, and drinking a quart of milk. Disgusting, that's the word.
yeah,
Yeah.
disgusting.
So yeah, so
And then you may have,
Moist.
oh yeah, because it's all.
Moist.
So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I don't make those old ladies.
Moist.
And that's right.
Dave the male nude model.
Yeah, bro. I might.
When did this come about?
Well, I was flipping through some like
Back page.
no, dude, I wasn't on back
Moist.
page, bro. I was on Craigslist ads, man. Just kind of just
Oh God, it's even worse.
You're in trouble.
shuffling around, bro.
If it was a legitimate
it is. It's
senior citizens
It is legitimate, man.
art class looking for
Dude,
nude models, they
Dave's
wouldn't
gonna
be going on
call you.
Craigslist.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, they post on there. Absolutely, they do.
Moist.
I don't even want to tell you the actual community because it's a prominent community. So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be next weekend. So
You're not worried about stage fright?
no, me, dude. Come on, bro. If there's anybody that's not scared of the stage, man, that's me, man. I live for that. But I think it's going to be funny. I'm going to go in there in like a bathrobe, bro. Have a cool smoke before I get out there.
But you don't even own a bathroom.
D-Train's gonna get a rescue me text.
Yeah, dude, bro. I've called him before for a rescue. I sure have.
Last time you were walking along the ditch out in Alva with
Yeah, I was in
all
a,
your belongings.
yeah, I was in a ditch, man, with everything I owned, bro, on my back, man. And I was like, bro, you gotta come get me, man. I'm gonna get murdered. But yeah, so this is gonna be fun, man. Why not?
So you got a
There's
bunch of geriatrics
There's a first time for everything.
in a room where the
Yeah.
air conditioning's probably going to be set to cool 68 degrees.
Nice. That'll be nice,
And
man.
you're going to go in there with your twig and berries.
Bro, they're gonna feed me food, beverages. All right. I get to just chill out for an hour, $100.
Now, are you going to manscape before you go? Or
I
you
thought
just gonna-
about that.
Or are you just going to let the bushes
I
cover
think
the,
I'm just gonna
cover the
let.
roots?
I think I'm just gonna let the just be all bushed up, man, because that's what those old folks are used to. You know, I mean, if I modernize it and go in there looking, trimmed up, looking good. They might not.
Yes, but as we've discussed in the past, if you trim the hedges, the trunk looks longer.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Especially
So
if
maybe
you're
I
gonna-
should.
Especially if you're going to be in a room with a thermostat set to 68 degrees.
68 degrees, right? Yeah, we'll see. Otherwise, man, I'm just going to go old school, man, because that's what they're used to. And I'm sure they're, I don't know how many of them are going to focus on the junk, I'm sure there's going to be a few old ladies that do, because
Well, it'll be interesting to see the outcome.
I want to
just
see their
because-
final work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because half of them are probably blind as shit.
True. Yeah, huh?
Oh, God.
This is going to be so bad,
It'll be
bro.
interesting to see if there's any super
moist,
old ladies who
Oh.
try to pick you up afterwards.
Oh, I'm already expecting it, man. Who knows, man? I could be, moving into a retirement community.
Maybe
by
a couple of fellas
couple
there
weeks.
too.
No,
Hey.
that ain't happening, son. I don't swing that way, bro. No way. I'll go with the old lady all day long. All day.
I did a video about this a few weeks ago, and I meant to bring it up on the show, but I don't think it ever made it.
Mhm.
And I want to ask you, and if I brought this up, I do apologize and we skip past it, but have you seen the guy or the girl? A lot of times they ride a bike down 41, Del Prado, or 82. They have like one of those plastic whip antennas on it,
Yes.
and they have the single T-shirt on the coat hanger
Yep, I know who you're talking
hanging
about.
on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have saddlebags. There's no box. There's no trailer. They're not selling shirts.
No,
But they're riding around on a bike with a T-shirt on a hanger,
Mm-hmm.
as if they're trying to display it, like they're trying to sell
First.
bootleg stuff.
Exactly.
But they don't have any parcels or a sign says "Follow us to Bob's." Have we
House of
talked about
Teas or-
this?
No, we haven't talked about it.
So you got an inside scoop on that?
Yeah, what did
I don't
you
have the
find
inside
out?
scoop. I have speculation.
No, I'm talking about Dave.
No, I have no inside scoop on. I know who he's talking about because I've seen him before. What's your speculation on what's their motivation?
Same reason in the '90s in the ghetto you would see shoes hanging over a telephone line.
Oh, all right. Come and get some.
Yeah, because why else would you be riding down the street on a
Right.
bike with a 6-foot whip antenna with like a T-shirt
Right.
if you're not selling them?
Open for business.
Like if you're one, it's flopping. It's technically slowing you down.
Oh,
It's making
yeah.
a sale. And it's not like it says, come to Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it looks like a NASCAR shirt or like a sports shirt. But once
Depending
again,
on-
they only have one.
The flavor they're carrying.
Now, I could understand it once again if they had one and a shirt says, we make T-shirts, or
Mm-hmm.
they're pulling a wagon with a box full of shirts or something to show that they're selling something
Some sort of
semi-official, whether it's bootleg or not. But
Mm-hmm.
to me, it's just weird to see that. I've seen like 2 dudes and 1 chick, not simultaneously. It's like they all share the same bike. And it has one, it's like the white whip antenna is just missing the orange flag at the top.
Oh yeah.
And then it has a T-shirt on a coat hanger taped to it, and it's just flopping in the wind as they're riding up down the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know if other people seen it or if anybody else knows, but yeah.
Letting people know that business is open and
I mean, what else could possibly be? Once again, if you're a Bible thumper and you have, repent written on the shirt or something, or you're delivering a message, but sometimes it's a blank shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen them a few times.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I haven't seen them in a while, but I do know what you're talking about. I've seen them. I have seen them. I don't know. They're selling something.
Mm-hmm.
They're up to know. I've been around the block enough to know.
This
Up to
episode
some-
of the Waterman and D-Train Show is brought to you by our friends at Act Computers. Act Computers has been servicing all of Southwest Florida since 2004. They do network expansions, network management, maintenance quotes. They do online backups, online 2-form authentication, laptop repair, computer repair. Here's a fun story. Thank you guys for using the sponsors such as Act Computers. I got a call. Actually, I got a Facebook hit up
Yeah.
from one of our listeners last week, right?
Sweet.
And he said, hey, what is the name of your computer company? I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for remembering, but hey, at least,
Act Computers.
you asked.
Yeah.
And I told him, I sent him the website.
Yeah.
And the day later, I got a phone call from his friend. He's a young cat. He owns a cabinet building company down in Naples. And he uses an old CNC machine to cut out these panels to streamline his cabinet making.
Right.
But because it's proprietary, it's running an old Windows 2000,
Oof.
which came out in 1999.
Right.
And his hard drive didn't crash, but due to the power outage, one of the system files got scrambled.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me if I could help him out, and I said, well, luckily I've been around since 2004, and when I first started doing all this stuff, I used to work with 2000. I still have a couple of 2000 CDs here in my shop.
Yeah.
And so I went down there and helped him out and tried to get it going. Long story short, luckily the company, it's not like it's out of date. They still sell imaged versions of that hard drive. So he was able to get an imaged version with Windows 2000 on it, get it overnighted, pop back in, and then I went down there the next day to reset up the network sharing because trying to share between a Windows 10 computer and a Windows 2000 computer, the sharing security has changed so significantly in the last, 19 years. Well, actually 20 because that came out in 1999.
Right.
But anyhow, we're able to make it work. And so thank you guys. So even if you don't need ACT computers, thank you for suggesting us to other people.
Yeah.
And once again, businesses, residential, networking, security cameras,
Commercial,
what have you,
man.
anything you need, 239-283-1120, act-capecoral.com. And if you don't live in Southwest Florida, they can still service you by sending you to their website, and they will remote into your computer and check things out remotely.
Oh, yeah.
And so that is that.
Right on.
Give out the phone number again.
All right, yeah, brother. You can reach us right now. Definitely give us a call, 239-256-5943. That is 239-256-5943. You want me to shoot out the email one more time?
Sure, please.
All right. That is d-410.com. Email us at
info at d-410.
info.
info at
All right.
d-410.com.
Info
Keep
at-
talking over me as I give out the email address.
Was-
Info at d-410.com. See, you still can't stop. Info at d-410.com. Okay, now you can
That's
talk.
just the way it is, man. It's just the way it is. Dude, this storm and everything's getting out of control. Have you seen this new, the storm Area 51's got a couple million people. They got storm Loch Ness now to try to find Nessie.
How's that going to work?
I don't.
Just because you have a million people swimming around the water doesn't mean you're going to
That's-
find it.
well,
The
that's
problem
what-
with the Loch Ness is it's too goddamn deep.
Well, it's 22 miles long, and I forget that it was like 5 miles
So what are they going to do?
wide
Like
or something.
hands across Loch Ness?
Something of that
Getting
nature.
floaties and
Just a bunch of boats, man. So they're doing storm everything now. It's like become a big movement, man. So they're all coming up with these, like storming for Bigfoot up in the Pacific Northwest. You've got Storm Loch Ness, you got Storm Area 51.
How about we have Storm the unemployment office so you guys can find new jobs and occupy your time better?
I know, right? I mean, these people.
Absolutely.
And I guess Arby's has actually donated their time and food for this Storm Area 51. They're going to feed everybody out there for free.
They're just getting on the bandwagon because Bud Light's doing the same thing. They're just
Oh, they're going to give everybody free beer out there?
they're just wanting free publicity.
Yeah, well, why not, man? Apparently it's working. I mean, it's got me paying attention, going, man, what's up with this?
No, it doesn't take much.
Oh, come on, man. Come
It's
on.
gonna
It takes.
Like a festival up there. There's nothing going to happen.
Yeah, well, there's bands, and I guess some actors are all getting into it, and it's going to be like a big party. It's going to turn into like I guarantee you, watch, it'll become a yearly event like Coachella or something, or like Bonnaroo. It'll be like a yearly festival over there in Rachel, Nevada.
Yeah, it very well could be.
Well, I had something on the list we wanted to do last week, but we ran out of time. Then I heard a news story kind of coincides with it, and we can try to see if we can make this work. If not, that's fine. There was a story about a chick. She was from Israel. She was in New York or somewhere, Chicago, big city. Anyhow, some dude, I think she was out running or jogging, working out, and some guy
Yeah.
flashed her.
Yeah.
And then he took off, and she ran him down. And because she knows Krav Maga, which Dave has learned the hard way not to mess with ladies who know Krav Maga,
Damn right.
and the fact that she served in the Israeli army, she knows how to kick some ass. And so she caught him and held the guy down. But this being a big city where everybody's minding their own damn business, she said like 4 or 5 people walked by her and didn't even try to assist, didn't even bother to call 911 or do anything. So at that point, she had no choice but to retrieve her phone. And as somebody who runs, chances are she probably had it secured away with some headphones plugged into it. So it wasn't exactly easy to pull it out with one hand and secure a pervert on the ground all at the same time. And the guy got away.
Oh, I thought she got him, no?
No, she had him on surveillance camera, and they were looking
Okay.
for him.
Okay.
But she caught him, but because no one
Nobody
wants
else
to help out
assisted.
anymore, she had
Right.
to
They're
get her
scared-
own
well,
phone
People are
out
scared too, man.
and not hold the guy down properly, and he got away.
Yeah.
And so, where this coincides with something that I wanted to bring up last week is
All right.
I thought I kind of wanted to make a list. We don't have to make a list, but
Yeah.
maybe some topics. What can we do
Yeah.
in 2019 to bring back decorum? to make society more livable again, what are some of the things that we used to do that we no longer do that we can try to get back into our daily lives? And there's a perfect example. Lady tracks down a pervert, tackles him, and much like the final episode of Seinfeld, anyone who spectated it or could have gotten involved and helped her out, they're too busy with their own little thing and
didn't want to
help people out.
Didn't want to intervene or get involved. Yeah.
One of the things I used to say a lot about Grove City when I grew up there is if your car broke down, anytime I was walking down the main thoroughfare to whether I was getting to work because I didn't have gas or my car broke down or whatever,
Right.
somebody always pulled over and offered to pick me up. Obviously, you don't see that nowadays.
No, you do not see that at all.
So what are some things you think that we need to work on to make a better polite society for our kids and our grandkids because things are getting fucked?
Yeah, one of the things I think, and it's tough because neighborhoods are different now. They're more open. You don't have your neighborhood entrances. I mean, I guess you do some neighborhoods, but they're so kind of, I don't know, I would say not snooty or anything like that, but your old school neighborhoods getting together at the local pool or having a local kids day, local group adults day. You don't see any of that stuff anymore a lot because so many people are locked up, dude, and they stay in their own homes and they don't associate with their neighbors whatsoever.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because on the last episode of the What's the Scuttlebutt podcast, I interviewed the archivist for the John Deere Company. His name's Neil Dahlstrom.
Yeah.
And we had been talking prior to the holidays, but we decided to do his interview afterwards. And he was telling me in the small town in Illinois that he lives in that for 4th of July, all the kids in the neighborhood still get together and put on a little parade.
See, that's cool. Perfect example.
It's not exactly decorum, but it does help keep the community together. And
well, it gets the kids out of the house. They're probably working on their floats or their parade style, whatever they're doing, and it gets them off the computer, off the game machines for a little bit, long enough
to outside
and mingling and associating and learning how to talk to each other instead of doing it over a headset and a microphone. Because it seems like that's how they associate nowadays, man.
I think
having traditions, especially with your neighborhood, to form that help keep people together.
Yeah, traditions. Absolutely, traditions. You got starting new traditions. That's definitely a good thing.
Well, I think one of the things we can all agree on, regardless of what side of the aisle you sit on, or even if you sit in the middle of the aisle, one of the biggest lack of decorum is the ability for one to listen to opposing views and either A, not just start screaming like a wild banshee so you don't have to physically hear it, or B, take that information, process it, see if there's any of it worth consuming and adding to your views before you decide it's all nonsense and throw it away. Now it's like on both sides of either person, and Facebook's a perfect example. I mean, you hear it all the time where people's friends unfriend them or unfollow them simply because they say something or they follow somebody else that has a political view or says something that doesn't agree with their sensibilities. And so that's something we all need to work on there, I think.
So we got to be able to agree to disagree and put it behind you, Yeah,
absolutely. Take it, learn, listen to it, and move on, and not freak out and all of a sudden join a roaming gang and want to start a riot. That's what they want to do. They want to riot first and then figure out the mess after it's all over, man. Crazy stuff, bro. Crazy stuff, man.
And this hadn't even hit when I came up with the idea for this list, but recently on the news, what about the lack of appreciation for authority? I mean, last week, all we're seeing, and it's spreading now, it's almost turning into a goddamn internet challenge where they're just dousing law enforcement.
Yeah, I saw that.
It went from the one with the few people with the buckets to there was another one. There was like 30 people with like super soakers, like hunting them down.
Really?
Yeah. So
stalking down the law enforcement.
It's turning into a thing now where you went from a couple assholes with some buckets to now marauding gangs with super soakers
doing drive-bys.
Like, no, they weren't even. They literally were spraying the cops down inside of their cruiser. So not only were the cops getting wet, but all the equipment, and because they basically were shooting through the windows.
And
yeah,
radios.
I mean, so I don't know. We're just having a societal breakdown.
Oh yeah, complete meltdown.
Yeah. How much of that do you think is actually them seeing how far they can get to get, before they get the retaliation, and then somebody gets hurt, or they just don't have to.
He's cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out so bad.
It once again, it's these.
Well, the part of the problem is too is because
kids,
of
man.
the police department themselves are kind of being held on a short leash. They're not allowed to. 10 years ago, you did that shit, you'd just be arrested and held overnight for, assault on a cop.
Yeah, absolutely. And assault and battery for throwing the water. And now it's like they're almost even scared to arrest them because that's going to start a movement that's going to create a whole nother uproar, man.
Yeah, it's insane. Like they're
treating these kids with seriously kid gloves, but our group would have been totally arrested, man.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. It's getting absolutely off the wall, man. These younger kids, dude, they're just, I don't know what's going on in their heads, man, and what they're reading every day, or why they think it's right. Like the story with the girls spitting in the soda bottles and putting the caps back on, and once again, the internet is spawning all these challenges, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And they're out YouTubing it and posting it up on their YouTube. I saw one the other day, and this was like, I forget what it was. It was the headline of the YouTube video was like top 15 YouTubers that have been arrested. I was like, oh, I'll click on it.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one lady on there where she was just talking about fight the power and kill Whitey. And I was like, whoa, and the cops ended up going to her house finally.
Sure.
And we're like, look, you cannot be making those kind of threats like that. You're gonna get your ass in trouble. And she sure as hell did. She got her ass in some big time trouble, man. I'm not sure how long she's spending.
Well, they're kind of getting to the point where they're trying to make examples out of these assholes because they're doing so much. I mean, and that's just gross. I mean, that's just straight up gross. Where now to lick freaking,
a soda bottle or whatever,
soda, ice cream, what have you, all that crap it's just gross. It's insane.
Yeah, I don't understand, man. But there's so many different challenges. What's the other one they're doing now? Well, that one's not getting anybody in trouble. Was it kick the lid off the top of the bottle? What the hell is that?
That started with Jason Statham, where he did like a roundhouse and he kicked it off with his foot, and now everybody's following suit.
Everybody's following suit. Well, there's once again, there's millions of challenges to come. There's no doubt. There's going to be all kinds of different things popping out there, but I don't know. I don't know, dude. It's crazy.
I brought something up on my Facebook page a few weeks back, and I meant to bring it up on here, and it kind of got some interesting replies to, and that was, I was on Amazon around the time of my birthday, and I got some gift cards, and I was trying to figure out how to pay for an item with a gift card, but put the overage onto a debit card.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having a hard time figuring it out. And so I was looking at payment options, and I saw something that said, add your EBT card.
What?
Exactly. Add your EBT card. And so I took a screenshot of it. I posted on my page.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I personally never ordered food off of Amazon.
No.
But what items on Amazon are eligible to be purchased via EBT? And I got a few things back.
You can almost buy anything now.
Well, here's the thing that I brought up. No, look, if you're on EBT and you have Amazon, that's cool. You want to order stuff. But the point that I pointed out was I was logged in with an Amazon Prime account, which costs, I don't know, it's a business account, so I think it's like $130, $140 a year.
Right.
One could argue that if you can afford $130, $140 a year for Amazon Prime, the option for Prime users to add an EBT card to the payment method should be grayed out.
Yeah,
If you can afford the luxury of Amazon Prime, you probably don't need to be paying for whatever food you're ordering off of Amazon with an EBT card.
No way. Yeah, yeah. What are you doing with an EBT card when you're paying for Prime, buddy?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't
not
know. I just
cool.
thought that kind of should be grayed out.
Well, I remember, I was on food stamps at one point, years and years and years and years and years ago, and I remember it was all you couldn't buy toiletries, so you couldn't buy your, toothbrush, toilet paper, any of that sort of stuff, deodorant. You couldn't buy anything like that, but all you could buy was cold products, non-deli products, things of that nature.
Here you go. Amazon now accepts Snap EBT in New York. Get
Wow.
free access to Amazon Fresh and Prime Pantry when you add your Snap EBT. So you get some of the Prime benefits for free.
Yeah.
Step 1, add your Snap and EBT card. Shop Amazon groceries, including Prime Pantry and Amazon Fresh. I don't know what those three services are, but it kind of makes sense that it's in New York because I do know that in some of the larger cities like New York, they have same hour delivery.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess I'm going to assume Amazon Fresh and Amazon Pantry and all that. Amazon's probably buying up grocery store chains or, produce.
Yeah.
They probably have
working with the companies,
produce warehouses and they're just
sending it out.
doing
Yeah.
same day delivery.
Yeah.
Why not just corner every goddamn market?
Yeah, apparently, yeah. I
Actually, they're building them.
do
They're
what? now?
building airports, building refrigerated distribution centers.
Wow.
So I don't know if you guys can hear me clearly or not.
I can hear you.
Yeah, so they're building refrigerated distribution centers to handle the groceries that are especially frozen and refrigerated, and it's streamlining things. And I think that's all part of when they merged with, or I should say, procured like your Whole Foods, and that it seems like they are buying up a lot of real estate these days to help distribute everything. It's insane. We have built so many Amazon places up here in Vegas that it's crazy.
Well, I think we talked about this before, but the current season of Stranger Things, they're kind of showing how the malls
Yeah.
shut down all the small mom and pop joints and how they were responsible. And it's just kind of funny now thinking about it because now you look around and, like, I know back home in Columbus, Eastland Mall's closed down, Westland Mall's closed down. And so, like, now Amazon's hugely impacting the malls, which
Oh,
we who
absolutely.
grew up with malls feel bad about the malls, but
Mm-hmm.
our parents' generation were feeling bad about the mom and pop
Pop
stores and
stores 'cause
looking
the
at the
malls.
malls the
Yeah.
same way Amazon, as we look at Amazon is. And so it's just kind of showing the natural progression of things. It's kind
Mm-hmm.
of, and obviously Walmart was in between. And the small towns that didn't have malls, when Walmart came in, they were getting blamed for the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But interestingly enough, as Gordon talked about a few weeks ago, Amazon is building so many stores so close to each other that they're kind of closing their own selves down because they're overpopulating the area.
Yeah. Yeah. I've noticed a lot more stuff going up around here, man. It just seems as though, especially with Amazon, I've seen those trucks are everywhere now. Everywhere. Those Prime trucks.
Hey, once again, I'll take the Prime trucks over the hired driver any day.
Oh,
When-
yeah.
when Timmy's pulling, when
Yeah.
John's pulling up in his Honda Civic and
More
throwing
like
his
Timmy.
packages on my front door, I'm not down for that.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, no, those Amazon Prime trucks are everywhere. I can't go a single day without at least seeing them 5, maybe anywhere between 5 and 10 times during a trip from here to Estero, man.
You know how in Paris they have that phenomenon going on where they'll get a padlock or a master lock, and it's a metaphor for something in their life, and they go and they lock it along the sidewalks over by somewhere on the bridge or what have you.
Yeah, it's just a lock there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they just lock it on a handrail or what have you. And I
yeah,
think,
fencing, whatever.
I
it may
think they're doing that in Tennessee in some parts too.
be. Yeah.
Well, people had started doing that here in downtown Fort Myers,
Oh, really?
right where they just built. Well, they're building that new skyscraper, and
Yeah.
where they just remodeled right along the river a few years back. They got the handrail with the cablings, and people started
Putting
doing
locks.
that.
Yeah.
Well, the other day when running through there, I noticed that they were all gone but one. So I don't know if Fort Myers isn't down for the cause. I don't know if there's a homeless guy down there cutting them and scrapping them.
Wow.
But there used to be about 30 of them down there. Now there's
Yeah.
like one. And so I don't know if it's city council that's cleaning it up and breaking everybody's hearts and stealing their dreams, or if it's some homeless guy with a pair of bolt cutters
Bolt
like, I'm going to
cutters.
scrap this shit.
I'm gonna scrap all these locks. Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? But yeah, I guarantee it. I would safe to say that it's probably the city because they just spent all that money redoing down there, man. They're thinking, oh, these locks are gonna gaudy it up,
Yeah,
make
but
it look
it's
trashy.
it's kind of like a a local.
It's a arts. Hey,
might
I'm gonna
give-
get myself sober, sort of thing. Whatever.
Well, not only
people's-
that, but it could be one of those things. Like, hey, I never been down there, but I saw this picture. I kind of like the metaphor behind it.
Yeah.
I want to go down there and check it out. And while I'm down there, oh wow, downtown's pretty cool. I need to come down here more often.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, attract more visitors. That's true.
I
That's
don't
true.
know.
I don't know either, man.
Just thought it was a little strange.
No clue, no clue. Hey, real quick, man, I'm gonna be making an announcement on the show. I'm gonna be having a garage sale here soon, so I'll let everybody know when I'm gonna be having it, man. So if you guys want to stop by, man, I've got a boatload.
Yeah,
of
better hold that one item
stuff.
for me if that's going up for sale.
Oh, don't worry, I got your item. I got your
Okay.
item held, brother.
Gordon, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Well, I guess real quick, are you going to? When are you making
know.
this announcement?
Well, I'm just gonna kind of pre-warning everybody.
When is it?
It's gonna be within the month.
Okay.
I just want to kind of pre-warn everybody. I just want to kind of throw it out there because I got, you know as well as I do, bro. I got a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, but you're going to have to put your address out there and all that stuff. So.
It will be. You know.
Okay.
I won't stay at that location
Here we
long.
go. Joining us live from the WD410 news desk in Las Vegas, Nevada. Here he is, the local newsman for the Waterman and D-Train show, Gordon Arenado. Gordon, how are you doing tonight?
We're doing great. And by the way, that actually came through crystal clear.
All right.
Sweet. So now you could have heard my penis story, but go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah. So the moon is approximately 239,000 miles from Earth. And recently, a couple days ago, we've had a asteroid that is estimated to be between 187 and 420 feet wide pass between us and the moon at 45,000 miles from Earth, which is a safe distance, but still it makes people nervous, especially when this thing wasn't realized until after it passed.
Well, when it happened, depending on what side of the big blue marble you're on,
Yeah.
those people who were experiencing it at night, was there an eclipse at all?
There was no eclipse. The problem is it was moving so fast it remained undetected by the early warning system.
So it's like a gnat in front of a headlight, just too small, too quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're saying that if it did hit Earth in a major metropolitan area, say the size of DC, it could have done some damage.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. That happens all the time though.
It does.
They track stuff, but they miss so much. There's only so much they can keep. I mean, God, come on, think about it, man. That is such a wide open area.
even
There's
if
so
they-
much stuff flying around out there, man.
Even if they did know about it and track it in time, do we have a weapon systems in
think so.
place to alleviate that sort of threat?
I don't think we have any
I mean, did
systems
Star
still.
Wars ever actually get off the
Oh,
ground?
come on, you know better than that. Hell no, it didn't. Hell no, that's a
So if we
Ronald
would've
Reagan
tra-
pipe fantasy,
If
man.
we would have tracked it, what the hell would we have been able to do about it?
They would have probably had to sit on it so there wasn't mass panic,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe launch a bunch of ICBMs at it, and hopefully it just knocks it off course. But then again, you might knock it into the Earth. I mean, that's the whole game there, man. Or if you break it up, now you got a bunch of small pieces gonna hit. I mean, come on.
But our weapon systems aren't designed to hit a moving object traveling that fast, because
That is-
that's faster than any man-made object on the planet.
I don't know. 45. We got stuff that we can get up to 45,000 miles an hour, don't we? Certain rockets, I could have sworn the space shuttle and stuff was like up to like 20-something thousand miles an hour. Maybe not.
Yep. 45,000 miles from the surface of
Oh,
the Earth.
45,000 miles from the surface. Okay.
How fast was it traveling?
There's no information on that at that point in time, but quick enough that it would have been too late to detect it.
Oh well, it's bound to happen. Happened to the dinosaurs, bro. If you believe in that, which I do. The Gulf of Mexico. I don't know. All right, what else you got, Gordon?
Sounds like Florida officials are clarifying a stance on green iguanas. They are urging using safety over hunting.
Well, that's because some pool guy got shot.
Yeah, in the leg.
Yeah, the FWC, which encouraged residents to kill green iguanas on their own property whenever possible, and a directive released at the beginning of the month, has provided some additional information on Thursday.
Can I guess?
Let's do it.
Plan to have a heart trap, capture said lizard, put it in the freezer until its heart rate slows down and it dies humanely.
What?
No, they're actually That is
You laugh,
funny.
but I've heard people suggest
Are
that
you
on
kidding?
stories.
Really?
Instead of shooting
Sticking
them,
them in the freezer.
yeah, because then they'll just get cold, tired, and fall asleep and die.
Yeah,
Instead of
okay.
getting shot and bleeding out.
Yeah, okay. I
But
guess
who wants a
that's
goddamn dead iguana in their freezer?
5-foot iguana in your freaking freezer, man.
Wrestle that.
Yeah,
son of a-
wrestle that son of a bitch.
Get in there, get in
Yeah, get that. Yeah, get in them. They're mean, bro.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Will F you
They
up,
got
man.
claws on them.
Yeah, they
tails,
will
everything
F
else.
you up, man.
I don't want to tussle with the 5-foot one behind my shop. That's for damn sure.
They're all over.
So, according to FWC Commissioner Rodney Barreto, unfortunately, the message has been conveyed that we're asking the public to just go out there and shoot them up. This is not what we are about. This is not the Wild West. So, if you're not able to safely remove the iguanas from their property, i.e., the have-a-heart trap, please seek assistance from professionals who do this for a living.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, I mean that makes sense. You just call somebody. I mean, if these people handle it all the time, call them, have them come out there and get it, man. Let them make their buck.
Well, it just goes to show you how far we've come. Where now adult males can't properly handle pellet guns.
No
And that was a
joke,
rite
right?
of passage when most of us were kids. I
Yeah.
had so many pellet guns. I had a small
Hell
arsenal
yeah.
of pellet guns.
Damn right. I had CO2 guns and
Man,
all kind of pump actions.
I mean, shit, I
Love
got
it.
one sitting right here.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Look at that. Nice. There you go.
This,
Bam.
this was given to me. This was a limited edition. It looks just like an M1 carbine, complete with a magazine well. And it's made by Crossman, and it actually has a charging handle on it and everything.
Yeah, I see that.
But
Nice.
the weird thing is you cock it by pushing the barrel into the upper receiver, but the O-rings are so dried out it doesn't hold air. So I need to find somebody who can work on pellet guns.
Yeah, fix
but-
it.
Yeah, that's a sweet
That's
little
cool.
sweet little gun.
Damn iguana hunter right there, buddy.
Not with
And
that.
then on the Las Vegas front, as everybody knows, we have got ourselves a grasshopper invasion.
Bro, do you ever.
So last week I noticed more grasshoppers, and usually we do see them this time of the year, stuck on a building by like 20 or 30 of them at a time. But man, it ramped up. I noticed it about Tuesday, Wednesday. They are everywhere. Around our house, it's great. It's not so bad, but you got any places like the Strip especially, but any shopping center, anything that has a lot of these nice bright LED lights are actually attracting them. And one of the biggest attractions to these grasshoppers is the Luxor light. It's got a light spectrum that has a lot of UV in it.
Isn't that the one that shines out the top?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a video out there, and this lady just sounds like she's seeing the plague from the Bible. And unfortunately, they're grasshoppers, and they're actually not the
Toads.
locust. But it's just freaking out like it's the end of the world, because if you remember, the fall of Egypt was, at one point in time, was due to a plague of locusts, which are basically a type of grasshopper.
Mm-hmm.
So she's looking at the Luxor, which is a model of a pyramid out of Egypt, and there are these grasshoppers everywhere, just thousands. You could see a whole column going all the way up the light as far as you could see.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Well, it's because you guys had a little bit of a wetter than normal spring. They're saying that these grasshoppers have
What kind of
Sprung.
spring was it?
a little bit of a
Moist.
exactly.
You have a moist spring, did you?
Yeah, I think you had a little bit more of
Moist.
a spring than usual.
So normally we get a little over
'Moist.
Hmm
5 inches of moisture a year.
Moist.
There we are. And this year we had almost 10 inches within the first 5 months.
Wow.
It was a very wet winter and spring, and
Spring.
spring was actually pretty cool until now. And evidently that produces them to get
Moist.
and reproduce more.
Mhm.
And thus, they are moving. What they're doing is they're moving from south to north. So they'll be out of here in a week or two. But it's interesting, especially with us. We're not used to seeing bugs everywhere. You guys are used to it. You're, with the love bugs and everything else. So going from nothing to something, and then a lot more birds are coming in, and the lizards are really happy right now around our house. It's interesting to see.
Very cool, man.
Moist.
Yep, that's what that does. That's the main culprit right there.
And Gordon's News is brought to you by our friends at Sleefs.com. If you're trying to get into the active lifestyle, go to Sleefs.com. Use promo code D41040. That'll save you 40% on your entire shopping cart. That is Sleefs.com.
Moist.
All right, Gordon, what else you got, buddy?
That will be it for this evening.
Oh.
Joining us once again from the WD410 News Studio in Las Vegas, Nevada is the residential wannabe journalist, Gordon Abernathy. Thank you so much, Gordon.
Woo! Dude.
And big props to some of you. We got 3 videos. 2 of them were sent to the private message. That doesn't really help. But hey, you're still qualified. And we have one that was posted to the page as instructed for those people trying to win themselves a free pair of Pug sunglasses. I think we're going to send out the winners next weekend. So if you want your chance to win, this will be your last week to do so. Simply post a short video to the Waterman and D-Train Show Facebook page showing you doing an outside activity and how you would benefit from sunglasses, whether yours got broke, lost, damaged, or you just don't like them. And upload that to the Waterman and D-Train Show page to get qualified to win yourself a free pair of Pug sunglasses. And while you are there on your computer uploading that file and you're waiting for it to upload, open a new tab on your browser or on your phone, because most of you guys do this shit from your phone anyhow, and go to d-410.com. And while you're at d-410.com, do 2 things. 1, save the Amazon link to your favorites or drag it to your desktop wherever you want to put it so you know where it's at. And the next time you go on Amazon, click on it through that link and they will send us a few shekels our way to help promote the show. And last but not least, while you're on d-410.com, if you're on a computer, look to your right, you'll see an out of balance Patreon link that is not lined up with the rest of them, because no matter how I try to center it, it will not get centered, and it's driving me completely insane. But that's neither here nor there. Click on that link and sign up for one of our tiers. We got 3 tiers. We got the Ballin' on a Budget tier. It's $1 a month. They will literally bill you $1 a month. We got the OG5 plan, which ironically is $3.50 a month, and the Long Arms Deep Pocket plan, which is $7.50 a month. And thank you to our existing patrons. I put some material up there for you last week. I need to get some more exclusive stuff up there, but Dave's never around, so what I'm going to do, I will get some more exclusive stuff up there for you guys. But thank you guys for helping us through Patreon. It's because of you that our show is nice and clean with our brand new Mackie Pro FX mixing board. So thank you guys for your continued support in that way. And I think we are about done.
Yeah, man. I got to get to my kegger, bro.
Dave's got to get his legs to his kegger.
Yeah, I got to
do
get
all
my
that
drink
stuff.
on, man.
It's
Hey,
been.
I got a question. Dave
Sure.
going to kegger tonight.
Yeah, bro.
There's a chance that nobody will hear from him for a week.
Well, I don't hear from him for a week anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, me and D-Train don't really talk during the week. And, we just hook up one day of the week and we bring everything we've done, because we're on 2 different adventures, man.
So the last 70 minutes, I've said a lot of stuff. Hopefully some of it was good. Some of it was probably bad. And some of it was probably just downright stupid. But hopefully out of all that bullshit, you found something that's a little positive to help brighten your day and motivate you to chase your dreams, get the things done that you want to get done. Because life is short and one day you may wake up dead. Gordon.
I can be reached at Aegis1974 on Instagram.
Thank you much, bud.
Right on, man. And yeah, thanks again to all of our Patreon subscribers helping us get this new board. And, tell your friends about the show, spread the word, give us a like, go to Facebook, Waterman and D-Train Show, give us a good like over there, some comments, everything. Other than that, man, I'm off, bro. I'm going to party, man. See ya.
Now I'm elevated, you still get hella faded. Your life is not progressing, but yet you celebrate it. Still live that same old same life, still getting medicated. Still living day to day like nothing's premeditated. Like you the baddest with your eyes low, tripping with a child at home, sitting while you styrofoam, sipping, coming home estranged men. Why he lie alone and listen, and wake up and go to work and deny his whole existence. Shit.